Have you ever looked at the pyramids of Giza or the statues on Easter Island and thought, how did they do that? For centuries, we've marveled at the ingenuity of our ancestors. But what if their genius wasn't entirely their own? What if they had a little help from the stars? Today, we read diving deep into one of the most tantalizing questions in history. Is there a connection between ancient civilizations and extraterrestrial visitors? Let's start with the visuals. All around the world, from the caves of Kimberley in Australia to the deserts of Egypt, we find strange depictions. In Australia, Aboriginal rock art shows the Wangina, mysterious figures with large, dark eyes and pale faces, said to have descended from the Milky Way. In Val Camonica, Italy, ancient petroglyphs carved into rock clearly depict figures in what look like helmets and suits, holding strange objects. Are these simply artistic interpretations of gods, or eyewitness accounts of something otherworldly? Then there's the recurring theme of sky gods. The Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, wrote of the Anunnaki, who came down from the heavens to bestow knowledge upon humanity. In ancient India, the Vimana texts describe flying machines in incredible, detailed circular craft that could hover, move at great speeds, and even travel between planets. The Maya worshipped Kukulkan, a feathered serpent god who descended from the sky. The Egyptians revered Ra, the sun god, who traveled across the sky in a solar barge. Coincidence, or a global memory of visitors who arrived from above? And of course, we have the monumenta, kind of architectural marvels that baffle modern engineers even today. Take Pumapunku. In Bolivia, the site is strewn with massive, intricately cut stone blocks. Some have perfectly straight edges, complex interior angles, and are polished to a glass-like smoothness. The precision is mind-boggling, especially for a civilization that supposedly had no advanced tools or even the wheel. How did they quarry, transport, and assemble these stones, some weighing over 100 tons? Let's head over to Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza is an absolute masterpiece of engineering. It's aligned almost perfectly with true north, consists of over 2 million stone blocks, and was built with a level of precision that is staggering. Some theories suggest it wasn't just a tomb, but a massive energy machine. Mainstream archaeology tells us it was built with ramps, sledges, and immense manpower. But could there be another explanation? Ancient texts, like the one from the historian Herodotus, mention the use of machines to lift the stones. What kind of machines? The texts are frustratingly vague. This leads us to the concept of ancient astronauts. The theory, popularized by authors like Eric von Däniken, proposes that extraterrestrials visited Earth in antiquity and were mistaken for gods. They shared their advanced knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, agriculture, and engineering, kickstarting human civilization. This could explain the sudden leaps in knowledge we see in ancient cultures, like the Dogon people of Mali. The Dogon possessed surprisingly detailed astronomical knowledge about the star Sirius, including its companion star, Sirius B, which is invisible to the naked eye, and was uneven discovered by Western astronomers until the 19th century. When asked how they knew this, their elders claimed the knowledge was given to them by beings called the Nemo, who came from the Sirius star system. Let's consider the Nazca lines in Peru. These are giant geoglyphs etched into the desert floor, depicting animals, plants, and geometric shapes. The catch: they are so massive that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. Who were they for? Some researchers argue they were messages or landing strips for these sky gods, while many archaeologists believe they were related to rituals for water and fertility. The sheer scale and the aerial perspective they require keeps the extraterrestrial question alive. Of course, it's crucial to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism. Mainstream science and archaeology offer logical, Earth-based explanations for many of these mysteries. They argue that we often underestimate the ingenuity and capabilities of ancient people. The alien explanation can sometimes feel like a disservice to our ancestors' incredible achievements. For example, experiments have shown that it is possible to move massive stones with simple tools and clever techniques. Many of the alien carvings can be interpreted as shamans in ritual masks or symbolic representations of natural phenomena. However, the patterns are hard to ignore. Why do so many disconnected cultures share similar stories of sky gods bestowing wisdom? Why is there a global prevalence of pyramid structures, from Egypt to Mesoamerica to China? Why the obsession with specific constellations like Orion and the Pleiades? These aren't isolated incidents. They form a tapestry of clues, a worldwide breadcrumb trail that seems to point in one direction: upwards. Perhaps the truth isn't a simple yes or no. Maybe the answer lies somewhere in the middle. It's possible that our ancestors were brilliant and capable, and their encounters with something they could unexplain, be it a natural event or an actual visitor, were translated into the language of gods and myths. The stories of gods coming from the sky might be a literal memory, passed down through generations, of an event that fundamentally changed the course of human history. So, were we visited? Did aliens help build the ancient world? The evidence is not conclusive proof, but it is incredibly compelling. It challenges us to look at our own history with fresh eyes and an open mind. The carvings, the texts, and the megalithic structures are all pieces of a giant puzzle. Whether they point to human genius alone or to a cosmic intervention is a mystery that we are still trying to solve. The questions remain etched in stone and whispered in myth, waiting for the day we finally uncover the truth about our own origins. What do you think? Are these just fantastic stories? Or is there a genuine alien connection hidden in our past? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next exploration. Until next time, keep looking up.